In today's YouTube video, guys, I'm going to be showing you the new top 5 best guns to use here after the Season 4 update here in Modern Warfare 3. Now, after this update, a lot of weapons and attachments got nerfed and buffed, so there is a new list of weapons you need to be using here in the current meta. So if you guys are new here and find this video to help, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel with notifications on, and let's get into it. Now, jump into my first weapon in today's video, guys. We have the Striker. Now, the Striker actually got a really good damage range buff here in the Season 4 update, and as you guys see here on screen, the maximum damage range buff was a 16%, and the near medium damage range was a 6%, so up close in those medium ranges is going to be good, but in those further ranges, this is where this weapon is going to shine now. So you can outgun assault rifles, battle rifles, and other LMGs now with the Striker, and we're going to make it even better with this class setup. So for our first attachment, though, we are going to start with the stock here and add on the RB assault stock. Gun control, firing aiming stability, aim down sight speed. We want to be stable, we want to have good control of our weapon, and also be aggressive, and this attachment is going to help out a ton. Aiming down sights faster, keeping our weapon more calm, more smooth, more accurate, and also just having better control of the weapon in those gunfights. So we're going to add this on for my first attachment. Now, jumping over here to the barrel, we're going to be adding on the Striker Elite Long Barrel. Now, you could go with the Recon barrel if you really wanted to, but I actually like to have extra control of my weapon as well. So I am going to go with this one here. We are getting some gun kick control, horizontal and vertical recoil control. So you do have better control of the weapon, but we're also getting a good amount of damage range here. A 13% increase in our effective damage range, a 12% increase in our minimum damage range, and also a 15% increase in our bullet velocity. So this weapon with the buff, this build so far is nasty at long range. So we're going to add this on for my second attachment. Now, we are going to go to the muzzle for our next attachment, add on the Zeman 35 composite flash hider. This is still the best muzzle here in Call of Duty as of right now. We're not on the radar as long with this not being a suppressor. We are getting extra vertical and horizontal recoil control, always good, and also some firing aiming stability, just making the weapon more accurate, easy control in those gunfights so you can outgun those LMGs, battle rifles, and assault rifles at those longer ranges. This build so far with the buff is unstoppable right now. This thing is really easy to use. Next, we're going to drop down to the underbarrel, and we're going to be adding on the Edge MW3 hand stop grip. Now, with this weapon having good damage range and everything, I do want to work on a little bit more mobility here so we could be more aggressive. We're going to add on the Edge MW3, so we're going to get more aim walking movement speed, better movement speed, faster aim down sight speed, and sprint to fire speed, so we can move faster around the map, be more aggressive, get those high kill games, getting to more engagements, move faster while aim down sight. So if you do pre-aim a lot like myself, that is going to be better on you, and also that faster aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed is always good. Being aggressive, run and gun type of playstyle also with this buff weapon is insane. And then going into my final attachment here, guys, we are going to the magazine and adding on the 48 round mag. Now, honestly, I just don't want to have to reload all the time. That's going to slow my flow down. I'm not going to get as many kills, get hit by COD timing, so that's going to prevent that. So go ahead and add this on for your final attachment. Now, for weapon number 2, guys, we have the best long range weapon here in Modern Warfare 3 and even Warzone, and that is the SVA 545. Now, in Season 3, this thing got non-stop buffs, and it did not get nerfed here in Season 4, surprisingly. But for this build, though, this is the best long range weapon, and we're going to start with the barrel and add on the precision barrel. This should be the only barrel that you use for the SVA. It gives you the best damage range, the best control, and just honestly just makes the weapon so much better to use here. I will bring up the stats, and the only thing that we're going to be looking at here is the bullet velocity, the minimum damage range, and the effective damage range. This makes this weapon so much better with all the buffs it got in Season 3. This barrel makes this weapon so much better at long range and even up close. So we're going to go ahead and add this on for my first one. Now, for the underbarrel, again, we're going to be adding on the Edge MW3 hand stop grip. This is the best hand stop grip in Modern Warfare 3 and even Warzone, with the DR6 getting a nerf. Now, you're going to want to run this. We are getting better movement speed. We are getting faster aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. And also, while aim down sight, you are moving faster while aim down sight. So this is really good. Just being more aggressive, having that running gun type of play style. You're not going to beat that on the SVA. So, of course, go ahead and throw this on. Now, jumping over here to the rear grip, we're going to be adding on the Demo 650 grip. Now, this is a really good attachment to have on the SVA. I do think this is one of the most important ones to have on. A lot of firing aiming stability and gun kick control and a little bit of recoil control, just making this weapon easier to control in our gunfights. Any gunfight, up close, medium, long range, it doesn't matter. This thing is going to be easier to use, but also we're making the weapon more stable, more accurate, more calm, more smooth when firing. That's really important. So, of course, we do want to throw this on. Now, jumping up here to the stock, we're going to be adding on the Markev R11 stock, which in my opinion, this is the best stock for the SVA 545. Movement speed, firing aiming stability, gun kick control, and sprint speed. Just getting into more engagements, running faster around the map, more firing aiming stability, faster movement speed, and better gun kick control. You really can't ask for anything better on the SVA besides all these things here. So, of course, we do want to throw this on. And then going to my final attachment, guys, we are going to the optic and adding on the best optic here in Modern Warfare 3, which is the Jack Glasses optic. We're getting some firing aiming stability, a clean picture while aimed down sights, and of course we're getting a blue dot, which everyone loves. Now for my next weapon, guys, we have the FJX Horse, which this thing actually got a scary monster buff here in the Season 4 update. And as you guys see here on screen, they lowered the gun kick control, they increased the maximum damage range by 75%, they increased the near medium damage range by 25%, and also increased the lower torso damage. So this SMG now is probably going to be the best SMG now here in Modern Warfare 3. No kidding, this thing is super nasty now. But getting into my build though, for the SMG, we are going to start with the barrel for my first attachment and go ahead and throw on the Martis Heavy Barrel. Now with this weapon getting a damage range buff in its maximum, it's near, up close, and everything, there is no need to run the long barrel anymore. So go ahead and throw this on. We're getting extra recoil control, some firing aiming stability and everything, making the weapon easy to control. The weapon did get a recoil buff, but the weapon just has such a fast fire rate still. It is kind of hard to control still. So we're going to go ahead and add this on, make it easier to control for our first attachment. Now, for the muzzle, we're going to add on a suppressor, and we're going to add on the sonic suppressor. So we're not going to be on the radar. We're getting bullet velocity and damage range. So with the suppressor, we're being stealthy, going on those high kill streaks and gun streaks to get our DNA bombs, but also we are getting faster bullet velocity by 13%, which is insane. And we're also getting a 5% increase in our effective and minimum damage range. So our time to kill now is super insane, and we're also quite off the radar, and that's really important here. Now, for the underbarrel, we are going to be adding on the Bruin Heavy Support Grip. We are getting some aiming auto sway, some gun kick control, horizontal recoil control, and more firing aiming stability. Just making this weapon really easy to control with the damage and everything. I mean, you're just going to be looking at people and deleting them that quick. That's how fast the time to kill is now. So you have to have good control of this weapon. So having this on is going to make the weapon really easy to control. So of course, add this on. Now, for the magazine, we are going to be adding on the 48-round mag. Of course, we need to have that large mag on, and eventually we do unlock the 60-round drum. I don't know when. I don't know if this is a bug or not, but that 60-round drum is going to be insane on this SMG. But as of right now, we only have the 48-round mag. It does need a large mag, so go ahead and throw this on. And then for my final attachment, guys, we are going to the optic here. We're going to be adding on the Jack Glasses optic again, but like I say in my videos, there is so many good choices of optics. Choose what you guys like, but if you don't know what to run, go ahead and add on the Jack Glasses optic. Now for my next weapon, guys, for our fourth weapon here, we have the MTZ-556, which in my opinion is still the second best assault rifle as of right now, and still one of the best up-close weapons still here in Modern Warfare 3. You can literally look at someone and delete people. That's how fast the time to kill is on this weapon. But for my first attachment on this weapon, we are going to the stock here and adding on the Bruin Arch Angle MK2 stock, getting some fire aiming stability and some gun kick control, which I do think is really important on this assault rifle. The fire rate on this weapon is very fast. The recoil control is it's kind of just in the middle there. It's kind of just chilling, but we can make it better so we can hit our shots more accurate and everything, and also just keep our weapon more smooth and easy to control. That's what this attachment is going to do. So of course, add this on for your first attachment. Now, for the rear grip, we are going to be adding on the Bruin TR24 Assault Grip. This is the best rear grip for the MTZ-556. A lot of firing aiming stability, a lot of gun kick control, and a little bit of recoil control. Again, just making this weapon easy to control in our gunfights so we can win our gunfights, being accurate and everything with this weapon is going to reward you with a lot of kills. So having this on is going to help out a ton. And of course, we do get some more firing aiming stability and everything. So again, this is the best attachment for the rear grip. So of course, add this on. Next, guys, we are going to the magazine here and adding on the 50-round drum. Now, we are not using an optic on this build, so we're going to replace that with a magazine here. And I don't want to give you a build where you have to reload all the time unless you're okay with that here, but the 50-round drum is going to help out a ton with the MTZ-556. It does have a nice time to kill, but with the fire rate, if you miss your shots, you are going to reload a ton. If you're not running the 50-round drum, you're slowing yourselves down if you're reloading all the time. So of course, we are going to add that 50-round drum on. Still being aggressive, moving fast around the map still, and it doesn't hurt the weapon at all. So we're going to add this on for my third attachment. Now we're jumping up here to the muzzle next and adding on the Scratch L20 suppressor. Now this is one of the best suppressors in the game. I will say the Scratch 20 and the Sonic suppressor are the best suppressors in the game as of right now. This one is just going to give us firing aiming stability and just keep us off the radar, and it only takes our aim down sight speed down by 1%, which is nothing at all. We're not going to notice that at all, but we are getting a lot of firing aiming stability. We're not on the mini map anymore, so we're a ghost, and we're being steady, we're being accurate, our weapon is more smooth and everything. That's what we want. So of course we are going to add that on. And then jumping into my final attachment, guys, we are going to the barrel and adding on the best barrel for the MTZ556, which is the MTZ Clinch Pro barrel. Now you could argue, is the Drifter Heavy the better barrel? It could be. The damage range is better on this by 28% here. The Clinch Pro has 21, but the bullet velocity here is faster than the Drifter Heavy, and we're also getting firing aiming stability, which I do think is more important. So of course, add this on for your final attachment. And then jumping into my final weapon in today's video, guys, we have the Kar98K, which is the best sniper here in Modern Warfare 3, and of course I got you the best build for it right here. For the underbarrel for my first attachment, we are going to be adding on the Edge BW4. I do think the Kar98K needs more mobility and then handling than anything else here, so we're going to go ahead and add this on. We're getting better movement speed, so we are moving faster around the map, getting into more engagements. We do have a faster aim down sight speed and sprint the fire speed, so we can move faster around the map, aim down sights quicker, shoot faster off a sprint, so we do have that run and gun quick scoping vibe going on here. So of course we are going to add this on. Now for the barrel, you do want to have this on, which is the long barrel. Now I'm not going to try pronouncing that first word. I'm not going to even try here, but what this is going to do is going to increase our effective and minimum damage range by 12%, so our one-shot potential is getting increased at those longer ranges. And of course we are getting a faster bullet velocity, which is going to make this sniper super nasty in Warzone, in Modern Warfare 3, wherever you may be using this. So of course add on the long barrel. Now, for the laser, we are going to be adding on the Razorhawk Laser Light. Now, this is going to help with aim walking steadiness, tac stand spread, nothing too crazy here. We are getting a faster aim down sight speed and sprint to fire speed. I will bring up the stats on this, a 15% in our sprint to fire speed and 11% in our aim down sight speed. This thing is going to be aiming down sights lightning quick, shooting faster off a sprint. This is a must-have attachment if you're looking for the best quick scoping build for the Kar98K. So, of course, add this on. Now, for my sniper build, I am using an optic on my weapon, so we're going to go into the optic here. You could go with the iron sights up close and medium range. It's going to be really good. You don't have to worry about anything, but in those longer ranges, you're not going to be really accurate. You're not going to get your shots on correctly. So what we're going to do is go all the way over here to the right, and I'll give you two choices. You have the range caller, which is the OG Kar98K optic, the scope if you want to run that, or you could run the SPX 86.6 times. For me, I like to run the SPX 80 just because we do get a variable zoom, and I just feel more consistent with my scope. I like this one more than the OG Kar98K optic here, so we're going to add on the SPX 80. And then jump into my final attachment, guys. We are going to the stock here and adding on the no stock. This is a game changer on this weapon. Higher mobility and handling, which this sniper needs again. So we're getting a lot of movement speed, a lot of aim down sight speed, a lot of sprint to fire speed, and a lot of aim walking movement speed. So again, this changes how the sniper works, so go ahead and add it on. This is a must-have attachment here. But those are the top 5 best guns to use here in Modern Warfare 3 Season 4 as of right now. Try them all out. Let me know in the comments what was your favorite build, and also if you drop any high kill games, any DNA bombs or anything, let me know in the comments. But guys, thanks so much for watching. You guys stay safe, and I'll see you on the next one.